So when you install the JBL Risk Manager, you'll notice that your screen is divided up into three major sections. The section up at the top is for your open trades, the section in the middle is for your closed trades, and the section at the bottom has to do with your account and how much money you have in your account and your overall settings. So let's go ahead and set up an account. To get started, I'll click on this Create New / Load Portfolio button. And to get started, I'll go ahead and just give it a name of JBL Demo. I'll click on the Create New Portfolio button, and now you'll see that I've got this loaded down here in the lower left hand corner. Next, I'll click on the Settings button, and this will allow us to control the settings that the program's going to use. This is divided up into four major areas. The top section has to do with your trailing and profit stops. The section in the middle is for your money management. The section at the bottom has to do with where your data is going to be coming from. And the section over here on the right has to do with the commissions that you're going to be charged from your brokerage. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to choose your default exchange. Click on this drop down arrow and you'll see that the program is set up to handle a number of different types of currencies throughout the world. So in this case, I'm here in the US, so I'm going to choose the US NYSE, or the New York Stock Exchange. And when you select your exchange, you'll see that the currency symbol down here will be updated to reflect the correct currency. Now up at the top of our screen, this has to do with our trailing and profit stops, and we can control these two different stops from this window here. Now the first one is what's called the trailing stop. A trailing stop is designed to follow your prices, and that is, if you're buying a security and the price is moving upward, a trailing stop will follow those prices and get you out at a more profitable position. If you're selling a security short and the prices are dropping, the trailing stop will follow the prices down in the hopes that it'll get you out at a lower price. So it's just another way to get out of the trade if things are moving against you. And what's also nice inside of this dialog here is that all of these numbers can be adjusted. So if you feel that you want to use some other numbers other than the default, you can just click on them and change them to whatever you'd like. Now over here on the right hand side, this has to do with your commissions that you're going to be charged by your brokerage. You'll see that the default is set at $9.95 here in the US. So what I'll do for simplicity is I'm going to change that to an even $10. So in this case, I'll get charged $10 for a long trade, and then I'll do the same thing for the short trades as well. And you'll also know that inside of this particular dialog here, you can also change it to a percentage as well based on the size of your trades. So again, just adjust it to whatever you're charged from your brokerage. Now over here on the left hand side, this has to do with where your data is coming from. Now if you have data that's saved or stored on your hard drive, you can tell the program where it should be getting its updates from. Just click on the Add Directory button down here at the bottom and then select where your data files are located on your hard drive. But what's really nice inside of version 9 of the JBL Risk Manager is you now have the capability of getting a free internet price data update. And this makes things much easier to work with, in my opinion. And to select the internet price data, just put a check mark in this box, and you'll note that you'll get a message here stating that it is free internet data, and what's highly recommended is that you double check the prices before ever placing a trade with your broker. So once you have your screen set up the way that you want it, down here at the bottom, just click on your Save Settings button. Next, I'll click on the next button over called the Manage Capital. This will allow me to put some money in the account. So what I'll do up here at the date is I'll simulate that I've started this account here in 2014, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some historical trades for examples. I'll say that the account that we're going to set up is funded with $20,000. I'll click on Deposit, and now you'll see that that information is updated down here in the lower left hand corner. Next, let's take a look at a possible trade. So to simulate that trade, the first thing you'll do inside your JBL Risk Manager is you'll click on the New Trade button down here at the bottom. Next, click on the symbol box right here, and we're going to enter the symbol for Boeing. So underneath the security box, I'll just type in the symbol of BA. I'll hit my Enter key, and you'll see that it'll do a quick lookup. And from here, I'll select the correct company that I want. So it's the third one down. I've got it highlighted, and then I'll click on the OK button. Next, you'll see that the buy date field is then highlighted, so I'll go ahead and click on that. And what we're going to do is we're going to simulate that we bought this back in January of 2015, and the date is going to be January 12th. I'll go ahead and select that and click on OK, and that'll put in our information. Now since we're going back and we're simulating a hypothetical trade, you'll see that the information is filled out from January 12th going forward. So let's take a look at some of the information that we have populated here on our screen. So as you can see here from this dialog, the opening price on January 12th is $132.24. So let's say hypothetically that we got into the trade at that price. So I'll adjust the buy price here. I'll change that to $132.24. And then you'll see that there's a quantity box. You'll see the recommended buy quantity is 28 shares. So I'll take the recommendation and I'll put 28 inside the quantity box and hit my enter key. And when you do that, you'll see that things will be updated here for you, telling you exactly how to manage this particular trade. You'll see that over here on the right hand side, you can see that the total that was spent on this particular trade. And then down here at the bottom of the window, you'll see that inside this box right here, it shows that our maximum risk that we're going to be willing to take is 2%, which is a maximum risk dollar amount of $400, and the risk per share equates to a little over 14 points. So on a daily basis, this is what you'd be doing, is you'd be taking a look at this information, seeing where the prices are and where your stop should be placed. And also what's nice inside this dialog is down here at the very bottom, you also have a little diary here, and you can make some notes about your current trade. So let's say, for example, that I bought this security based on an RMO signal. Okay? And to save your trade, just click on the Save Trade button down here in the lower right hand corner. And now you'll see that this trade is now stored or saved underneath your Open Trade section. And to open it up, just double click on it and you'll be right back inside that same dialog. So in this case, we'd get out at February 26 at 1:52:31. So to exit out of the trade, down here at the bottom, just click on the Sell Date field. This will open up your calendar. And I'll scroll back here to February 26. I'll select that and click on OK. And then down here underneath the sell price, we'll say that we got out at the opening on the 26th of 152.31. So I'll go ahead and enter that in. And then I'll click on the Save Trade button down here at the bottom. And now you'll see that our trade has been moved to the Closed Trade section. So what's interesting about using a money management program to help you manage your trade is that once you enter in the information, you're no longer really looking at the chart trying to determine where you should get out based off the chart patterns. The risk manager is now telling you where to get out based off of the share price itself. So in this case, for example, we got a buy signal here back on January 9th, so we got into the trade on January 12th. And the JBL Risk Manager told us to stay in that trade all the way up until this bar right here, which was February 25th. And so we got out on the 26th, which was one day before this particular sell signal. So again, this is where it gets really tricky for a lot of traders and using technical analysis, is determining exactly where to get out of your trade. And using the JBL Risk Manager, it takes all that emotion out of it and tells you where you should get out based on prices only. So to get started, again, we'll click on the New Trade button down here at the bottom. And since we're going to be going short this time, put a check mark in your short trade box. Click on your symbol box. I'll go ahead and type in the symbol of BA and hit my enter key. So in this case, it looks like we get out on October 20th. And again, let's assume that we got out at the opening of 123.39. So underneath the buy date field right here, I'll go ahead and select that. And I'll scroll back in time here to October 20th. I'll click on OK. And on October 20th, the price was 123.39. And you'll see that our quantity was set at 31. And we'll say that we bought back all 31 shares. And from here, I'll click on the Save Trade button. And again, our trade has been now moved down to the Closed Trade section. Now once you've closed out a few trades, then you've got some more information down here to help you out. You'll see I've got 2 total closed trades. I have 1 long trade and I have 1 short trade. And then through here, it'll give you all the statistics on those trades and how they worked out. And what's really nice about that is that this will also calculate your trade expectancies for you as well. The first one will calculate your trade expectancy based on all the trades, and then it'll break it out based on this case on long trades and also short trades.